and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're going to make a sweet little Easter basket with some flowers and things, and we are using some items which are free at the moment during celebration. You have 3 days left. The 31st of March, it's all over, it's all finished. You can't earn anything more for free until probably a year's time. So the Tea Together stamp set during celebration has a coordinating die set, which is absolutely lovely. We're using some of the images out of it today. This is completely free with a qualifying purchase, and also designer series paper. In 3 days time you can still buy it, but you have to pay for it. If you want it for free, then get it now, because in 3 days time it is over. It's beautiful, it's lovely florals, it's got all sorts in it. So as I say, have a look out for that, because 3 days time you've got to pay for it. So we are going to make a mini little basket. It's probably one of the simplest baskets you will ever make. And all you need is a piece of 3 inches by 3 inches designer series paper. You can use whatever pattern you want. I'm just using that one because it's free at the moment. So we are going to score it at 1 inch and at 2 inches. Turn it round onto the other side, score it at 1 inch and score it at 2 inches. That is all you have to do. Now, you can make a bigger one. You can make it 6 by 6 and score it at 2 inches. You can make it 12 by 12 and score it at 3 inches. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. I wanted to do a teeny weeny one because I wanted to make it a flower basket. This Sunday in the United Kingdom, it is Mother's Day. And although my little mum has passed away, I go and celebrate Mother's Day with my sons and my daughter-in-laws, and I always take a little something over for my daughter-in-laws, so because they're mums. So that's what I thought that I would do, this tiny little basket. So we've got the 3 inch by 3 inch scored at 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So we've got 1 inch little squares, and we are going to literally just cut up to the first line on this side, turn it over and cut it up on that side, and that's all you have to do. It's probably the easiest little thing in the world to do. Now I probably could have scored it first, but I'm just going to fold it now. You can use your bone folder if you want to. I tend to just use my fingers with something this small, and with it being designer series paper. Designer series paper you need to treat with a little bit of respect. You know, don't be heavy-handed with it, because otherwise you can end up with little creases, and you can end up not getting what you want. So as I say, don't, if you burnish it you can do, but don't burnish it too hard. So I probably should have done this bit first, but hey ho, I tend to do things cat-handed, as you know. So as I say, that's all you have to do. So just fold it up on these bits. Then to make your little basket, you're literally just going to take one of these pieces like this, and the easiest way that I find is that, as you see, when these pieces come across, fold them in together until the little space in between has literally just gone. Okay, so you can see that little space in between has just gone. Now, we then need to put some glue onto the bottom part of this. So what I tend to do is to hold this piece so I can then see, and I need to glue on the bottom of there. So let me just get some wet glue out. You can use whatever glue you want. As you know, I always tend to use Tombow because it works for me. So again, I tend to put both of them together so I can see exactly where it's going to go. And literally, as soon as it crosses, that's where you want it to be. So, and then just put that one down. Then we can do the other one. So again, just where it crosses, you're just going to put some glue in on the bottom of here. And as I say, you can do them any size you want. It's something that's probably been around since, oh, I don't know, time immemorial. It's one of those really simple, easy, quick little baskets. And I must admit, I'm all into trying to do things which are quick and easy and then giving them a little bit of a twist. So we're going to go round to the other side, exactly the same thing. Fold them up until those two pieces just cross on here. Then take it out, and then we're going to glue the bottom of this piece. And as I say, that's the easiest way I find to be able to remember where I'm gluing it and to make sure that it's accurate. So taking the other piece up again, just where it meets. So move it in until it just meets, and then put this one down, and then we're going to take the other one, do exactly the same thing. And as you can see, with designer series paper, you don't need a huge amount of glue in there, so we're just going to just take that like that. Okay, so that's in like that. Now, something I could have done beforehand, as I say, I always do things a bit cat-handed, is a handle. Now, the handle I've made is 3 inches, so 3 inches on there, and I've just cut it at 1/2 inch. We can use our bone folder on this just very gently to just curl it a little bit. And what you could have done before you stuck it on was to have slid that into there. I'm actually not. I'm just going to stick it on the top. First of all, what I want to do though is I don't like the way that this sticks out at the top. So if you take your paper snips and look along this straight line here, we are literally just going to trim this across like that, and then across on the other side. And then turn it round and do the same on the other side. Just take it across and across on there. So you then have an actual basket looking basket rather than one with sort of funny little pointy bits on. Let me turn it that way up so you can see it better, because the camera will make it not the easiest way of seeing it. Okay, so the handle, I am literally just going to put it in there and there like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the end of both of these pieces. And as I say, you could tuck it in if you wanted to. Because it's designer series paper, I don't think it's going to show that much. So I'm quite happy to just stick it in on the other side. If you're using designer series paper, then you're not going to be putting anything particularly heavy in there. So I'm just going to put that in on there, lined up between where that little point is at the top. I want that in the centre. So where that little join is, you want that part of the handle in the centre there. Turn it round on the other side and do exactly the same. So where that point is, just take it in and line it up centrally like that. Okay, so we then have a very sweet, very quick, very easy little basket. Okay, so that's the little basket, and as you can see, it is very tiny weeny. Now what we're going to do is, I have taken, as I said, the tea together. So let me get that one out again. The tea together, and we've taken this little flower, and this little leaf. And what I've done is I have coloured them to coordinate with the designer series paper, and I've coloured them in 2 different sort of tones. So I've used our blends and just shaded them through, and I'm not sure how many I'm going to use, but we'll have a look and see. So I think I'm going to build these up so they come out of the side like this. So what we need to do is we need to just put a little bit of glue onto this side. And again, you can use any flowers you've got. I just happen to like this tea together very much, so I thought I would use that. So we're just going to take a bit of glue, and then we are going to put this just in like that. And just put it in so that it just attaches. And then we're going to put another, I think we'll have the yellowy one on the other side, so we'll do the same on that, like this. And so the little leaves are actually not showing at the moment on there, but that's fine because we're going to just build that up. So we've got those two on that side. I'm going to then put, let's get one of these little flowers, and I think I'm going to have that little flower coming probably just behind like that. Would look quite nice. Yes, I think so. So again, it's your own design, your own, the way you want to do your flowers. There's no right or wrong to this bit. This is just about sort of playing around so that it looks very pretty and you have it where you want it. So that on that side, let me put it down so we can see it, and then we'll have a balance of another one on the other side. So in on there. Just put that one in like that. Just going to take that down, push that just into that corner so it sticks out quite nicely. And then just for that little bit of balance, we'll have just a couple of little leaves. So let me just, which way up do those leaves go? That way, I think. I'm going to have it that way actually, because I've cut that one just a little bit off. There's me muttering to myself. You can tell I'm just sort of playing around with ideas, and I tend to mutter a bit on there. Okay, so we've got a little leaf coming up. Whoops. Up if it's not stuck to yourself. Wet glue does take a little bit of time, and this is the fiddling. This is where your artistic little bits of flair and stuff come in, and you turn around and go, oh yes, that looks quite nice, oh that looks quite nice, and it is just a matter of building up things as you want them. So that's what I tend to do with a lot of this, is come up with the idea first of all, and then bring it up together so that it just works as I want it. So is that going to go on there? I've got a little bit of glue stuck to my fingers, so I'm just being a bit careful on there. Okay, so I think that looks pretty on that side. And then what we could do is we could put another flower down in the centre on the middle there if we wanted to. I actually quite like the paper showing. So I think I'm going to go and do the other side. So we can do, what do we have on this one? We had a orange and a yellow. So we'll have a yellow this side. And we'll have an orange the other side. So you just have to remember that you're gluing it on the front side and not the back side. So make sure that you've got the glue on the front side, and again just sort of hold it in like that, and then we'll have the yellow one on the other, oops, get it up on the other side. It's quite nice with the little leaves because it gives it something to hold on to, and it also doesn't detract from the flower too much. And when you've cut yourself the little leaves as well, that works quite well because you've got those to hold on. And as I say, you can have it a little bit further out if you want to. It's entirely up to you how you put these in, but it's just to make a sweet little basket with flowers in that will make a nice little table, a table gift for Mother's Day. There will be a little bit of space inside, so you could put a little treat or a you know, a little small piece of jewellery or something like that in there. Little bracelet or a little necklace might go quite nicely. If you wrapped it in a little bit of tissue, it would look quite pretty. But the idea is for it to be something small. I know that you can make these baskets as big as you want. If you wanted to put a whole Easter egg in there for Easter time, you can, you can make it as large as you want. I just wanted something really small because sometimes it's nice to have something where you're not using lots of your products up, particularly if it's paper that's a real favourite. You're only using a little 3x3 piece, and then that works really beautifully. So we'll have another little leaf on there. Let's just give that a little bit of glue on the front. I think I'll have that bit at the top. These leaves, you can really put them any way up you want. They're quite good that they're not directional, as it were. So we'll just tuck that one up in like that. So that's just popping through like that. Okay, so you've then got your basket with your flowers in on both sides. That I think looks really sweet. Room inside to put, as I say, a little treat thing in there if you want. And if you wanted to, you can put the flower in on the centre. Or you could put a little bow, or a little bit of embellishment or something. I think I'm going to leave it exactly like that. But I thought that it was quite sweet. Let me put it up against the back of something so you can actually see it a little bit better. So there you are. You've got a lovely little basket, which is very pretty for Easter or Mother's Day. And as I say, there's room inside for you to put a little Mother's Day gift of some sort in there, and it makes a very sweet little basket that only uses 3" by 3" designer series paper. So don't forget celebration. You've only got 3 days. Sunday it's all over and finished with. So as I say, enjoy it while you can. Thanks so much for watching me, and look forward to seeing you again. Bye bye.